Welcome back to the channel. I trust that you're doing well. We've got Bitcoin down approximately 1%, at least at the time of recording this video. But we've got some massive accumulation coming in from treasury, so that's continuing. We're seeing some accumulation from the ETFs, and we've got some more major mainstream adoption from banks. While all that's taking place, the supply crunch for Bitcoin just continues to get worse. So is a big move coming from Bitcoin to a new all-time high, or will we see a little bit of downside before going to an all-time high? We're going to be talking about all that in this video, so stick around and let's get into the video. And we have a pretty big piece of news here posted by Bitcoin Magazine. Spain's second largest bank, BBVA, launches Bitcoin trading and custody for all retail customers. So more mainstream adoption coming from Spain's second largest bank. And we're seeing massive players continue to allocate to their treasuries. This is a post here from Watcher Guru saying that Metaplanet buys another 2,205 Bitcoin worth $240 million. They now hold 15,555 BTC worth $1.69 billion. So we're still seeing treasuries bag up on Bitcoin, and this is likely to accelerate. And while all of that's going on, we have a post here from Bitcoin Magazine saying just in, Bitcoin's supply on exchanges has fallen to a new low, bullish. And this just continues to happen. I've been tracking this a little bit in my last videos, and we've just been watching the supply of Bitcoin drying up as these treasuries are stepping in and allocating, sovereigns. And if retail comes flooding back into the market, even the balance on exchanges is drying up. On this chart here, we can see the price of Bitcoin in orange, and you can see the balance in green held on exchanges, and it's just been in a steep decline all the way from back here. So supply is drying up, yet Bitcoin continues to be accumulated above $100,000, at least at the time of making this video. And while all that supply is drying up for retail investors on exchanges, we can see that the ETFs are still accumulating as well. We do see 1 day of negative outflows here on June 30th, 350 million of outflows. But on July 1st, we see 420 million worth of net inflow. And on July 2nd, we see 602 million of net inflows. So generally speaking, the ETFs continue to accumulate Bitcoin as well. And here's Bitcoin's price action on a weekly time frame. And Bitcoin closed this green candle right here just yesterday. And what's so special about that tiny little candle? Well, just barely, that is Bitcoin's highest weekly candle body closure in its entire history. And if we pull this out to a monthly chart, you can see that last month when it closed for the month of June, that was Bitcoin's highest monthly candle closure in its entire history. So Bitcoin continuing to make history right before our eyes. Now this week has opened up negative. Bitcoin's down currently about 1.24% at the time of making this video. But this candle still has 6 days remaining from the time of recording, so it remains to be seen if the weekly closes positively or negatively. And dropping into a daily time frame, just a quick recap for anybody that missed my video from earlier today. And basically, still just looking at this midterm downtrend that Bitcoin's been putting in ever since sticking in its all-time high back here in May. If the bulls are to break this downtrend, at the very least, need to see some daily candle bodies closing up above this pivot here, which is in approximately the mid $110,000 mark. If Bitcoin starts closing dailies above that pivot, supported by good volume down below, then technically speaking, this downtrend will be becoming undone by the bulls. Personally, I'm looking towards the all-time high. I want to see candle bodies closing above that all-time high, supported on good volume down below. And at that point in time, probability begins to favor the bulls in a big way for another all-time high for Bitcoin, price discovery, all the fun times that could be ahead if the bulls manage to start taking out that all-time high. For a bearish scenario, basically bears are on lower high watch. If selling continues throughout the week and bears are able to push price action down, getting below this pivot right here, candle bodies at 105,600 and wicks at 105,217, then at that point in time, we'll have another lower high confirmed on the chart as opposed to this pivot here, and of course from the all-time high. If that happens, the downtrend will still be intact, and then the question will remain, can the bears not only get it down below this pivot here, but would they be able to get another lower low in the overall greater midterm downtrend? So basically, Bitcoin is in the waiting room right now. We're looking for bulls to at least break the price above this pivot here to start picking up some momentum, or if the bears are to take over, we need to see them stick in that lower high sometime soon. So we'll see how things go. I'm going to be watching this chart throughout the week. I'll be updating in videos throughout the week as well. So watch out for those. So that's it for this one, everyone. Thanks so much for coming by and checking out this video. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. And until I do, have yourself a powerful day.